Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.
7 Mile Radio.
What's good? What's good? What's good? It is the 6 p.m. 6:35
6:35
podcast.
And then we just said outside. That was crazy. We said that shit. Goddamn.
The 6:35 podcast right now on the good Tuesday, the good rainy, cold Tuesday in the summer. It's all good though, man. I am one of your co-hosts, Gilmore Slim. My other two ladies, DL Collins and Mocha J,
Have yet to arrive on this
yet
session.
to arrive. They is in transit. So, me and my man Mark here were talking about proms and how proms has just basically gotten out of control.
Man, completely out of control.
Man, I mean, like so far away, man. And then it's a demographic thing, it's a culture thing, there's so many variables that go into how we do prom. I just remember my two youngins, they're young adults now. I'm so glad that shit over with, man. I don't know what to tell you. Man, listen. Well, my daughter prom wasn't that bad. The problem I had with hers is she wanted to go to hers and her boyfriend.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, shit, I can, you know what I'm saying? And me and the mom, we co-parent well with our kids. So, we don't, we used to go half on everything. It's usually no fight, no whatever. But I already know when I say, like, shit, I can't do it, I'm not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't got it, I ain't got it. And I ain't going to try to have it. You know what I'm saying? If I know I ain't got it. But, so that was her. And my son did the same thing. He graduated in 22. My daughter graduated in 19. And, it was just crazy, man. Like, these kids have these high expectations. They be wanting to be fly. And it's more so, I think it's more so the guys, you know what I'm saying? And even bigger than the kids, it's the damn, it's the parents. The parents want to
outdo the other parents.
They want to outdo the other parents. They want to live vicariously through their kids and shit like that, man. And it's like, come on, bro. Like, it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, how much you gonna spend?
I wonder how many of these kids, dare I ask, aren't even graduating.
A lot of them don't graduate.
Spending this type of money on them.
A lot of them
to go
don't
out
graduate.
For one leisurely night of what?
But it's a lot of pride that go into that. It's a lot of pride that go into, well, at least, you know what I'm saying, even if he or she graduate through summer school or whatever, he's still gonna get it. He's still not gonna miss his prom, or she's still not gonna miss her prom.
So what you're saying is the prom is more important than the graduation.
Yeah, and we're rewarding negative behavior. Yeah, failure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you got one job as a student. Take your ass to school. Come home, clean up a little bit.
So you want to be celebrated in all of the festive events that's centered around the seniors in their, last year of school, but you don't want to actually apply yourself and execute as a senior in school. That's kind of crazy as fuck to me. You know what I mean?
Well, most of it be, you know what I'm saying, they just skate through the years, you know what I'm saying? So they've been fucking up since 9th grade.
Yeah, I wasn't pressed about going to no prom.
They've been fucking up since 9th grade, 10th grade, and now they're trying to cram, and it's too late to cram. Like, I don't know, man. I was trying to push my son to graduate early, so like take some summer school, like some classes. But Cass Tech was like on some bullshit. They wouldn't even let him do that because he wasn't one of them athletes. A lot of the athletes they get to leave early in January. You know what I'm saying? So they get to take a couple of extra tests, take a couple of extra classes, rub a couple of extra elbows, and if the prospective college or university that they go to say, hey, we want him early, shit, they fast track the shit out of him.
Yeah, they'll pull some strings for you.
But, you know what I'm saying? But shit, my son, Case, he was a brain. And, they was like, no, he just wasn't, he was a good athlete. He just wasn't that athlete, you know what I'm saying, for that. But I digress on that. But I'm saying like with the prime shit, man. Like even with my son, man, I had to tell my son's or my kid's mom like, you're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Like it's his last year, blah blah blah. I get it, but you know what I'm saying. Then we hustling and bustling for college money. Cause he didn't go.
That's the next part I was gonna say. Like, all of that money that you spent right after high school, there's gonna be a whole lot of important things that you're gonna need money for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You done blew a lot of
Pocket money,
a lot of frivolous cash on
yeah,
this one day,
this
one
you
event,
wanna
just
wear
to show off.
the shoes. Man, listen, bro. I was not going in on those shoes. It was this belt he wanted, these shoes he wanted. I mean, he was fly, man, but I'm like, shit, I can't do it, bro. But these kids are breaking the bank.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, they renting Bentleys,
man,
$2,000 or $3,000,
Ferraris, man. Like, come on, man.
For 4 hours. What? Nigga, you rent? I'm renting, right? Just that I'm a renter, and I'm gonna sacrifice God knows what to rent you a car. Not only now, you gotta have a label on your suit or your tux or whatever,
On your shoes,
your belt. They gotta show their belt. They gotta be yayed out. Come on, bro. I mean, like, how much? How far is too far? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's getting progressively worse.
Yes, it is.
The shit is getting progressively
because people are trying to outdo what they seen people do in the previous years.
They trying to outdo
the
the prior years. Yeah. I mean, I had a cameraman, I had a video man, I had a shit. We rented for my son's Prorm Send Offs. We rented a Airbnb. That's because neither one of us wanted to deal with it at our respective homes or whatever.
Right.
So that was an agreement. I was like, okay, cool, I could do that. But yeah, man, it just get more and more elaborate, more and more ridiculous. The cars is getting like, if you ain't got the vet, if you ain't got the exotic whip, the kid like, shit, I don't even want to go.
Yeah.
And especially at a school like Cass, my daughter didn't go to Cass. My daughter went to Rochester, so she ain't had to do all that shit. But her boyfriend went to Cass. And, what I'm saying? So, Cass ain't nothing but a fashion show and serve floss a lot.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of kids that think their parents got money or try to make it look like they got money and the parents fall for the shit. We suckers, man. We suckers for these kids. And this bullshit ass prom and then you got senior pinning. You got prom. You got graduation. You got Prorm Send Off. You got homecoming. You got but you got the grad party or the what they call it. It's a grad party or they call it what's the other name for the shit? Like a college send off for damn, it's either a grad party or something. But either way,
another damn event.
That's another whole event. You gotta put food, decorations, all them shits together, man. Just so everybody can kiki
just so they can feel like they keeping up with their friends.
Yeah.
I mean, they can feel like they, one of their peers.
And I want to say, I'm going to still say, man, it's really us. It's really the parents. I can't wait till I get some grandkids to see the shit that they about to, they gonna be flying around in spaceships, bro.
Man, my junior one, dog. I don't even want to think about it.
Man, they gonna be flying around.
Think about it. I got kids grandkid age at my age. I got kids that's supposed to be my grandkids. I got a 7-year-old and a 1-year-old. I'm 42, nigga. I got grandkids. I don't got kids.
Damn. Yeah, you like my old man was. You was a little older when when the kids came. Like my daddy was 47 when I came, so he wasn't with the shits. Like shit, he if it was left up to him, I wouldn't have had no prom. But I rented me a little
that ain't nobody.
Oh, I rented me a little Camaro at the time. I thought I was the shit. Little green ass Camaro. And one school my date up, man, we had a good time. We ain't even I forgot what the prom was at the Rooster Tail, I think. 94. And seen a couple of my homies from the hood, man. I didn't go to Cass, like I said. I went to Lutheran West. And that was that, man. But these kids, man, they get full. I mean, it's like what you gonna do for the wedding? You spending 5 or 10, and literally, it's so easy to come out 5 to 8 to 10 grand.
I was about to say it's a lot of people nowadays. I would imagine that's spending the type of money that we would spend on a wedding, on a prom send off and shit.
My wedding wasn't as much as these proms is.
And speaking of that, I seen somebody make a post about, like I said before the show, how they call them promposal parents, the parents of the two kids that went to the prom. It was a stat about the promposal parents turning into actual proposal parents because the kids got engaged at the prom.
What?
And what could you do? What would you do if your kids was 18?
Nah.
But they're 18, right?
I mean, yeah.
What would you do? What would you do
if my daughter was 18 or my son was 18 and and it was nothing never discussed, you just decided to, you know what I'm saying?
You just want to pop up with this shit?
Yeah, like where you get the ring? I mean, where the money for the ring and like how did you come up with it and all this stuff? Like why you ain't running by your folk? You know what I'm saying? I'm a cool ass pops, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I mean, I'm stern. I'm I'm me, but you know what I'm saying, you can come and chop it up with me like, yeah, I think I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna tell you like, no, nigga, you about to go to college. You gonna have both of them. My son had a girlfriend in ninth grade. They was girlfriend boyfriend all the way through senior year. They went to prom together. Look good, Vanessa and Kobe. That's how they look. She was real, beautiful girl. I'm talking about a week before motherfuckers went to college. They both were going to the same school. They broke up. And I try to tell my son, when you get down in the South and see all that they got to offer, you gonna try to, but I don't impose my will on my kids. I just tell them like, I give them my version and my opinion and how it's laying. And shit, that's about it. You know what I'm saying?
That's all you can do. That's all you
can do.
Yeah,
I'm not about to impose it. And my daughter, same thing. Her and her boyfriend went to prom. They broke up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like crazy, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all.
Yeah, that puppy love, man. That young love. You got to be careful.
But had you gone?
Yeah.
Well, had you spent and turned? And you can't, you know what I'm saying? You got to.
Because at that age when you still, like, finding yourself, that's what make that so, I guess, euphoric, right? Because you're still finding yourself, and then you think that you found that one for you, but you don't know what either one of y'all are going to grow into over the next couple of years. You know what I'm saying?
And you ain't even lived at all.
Mm-mm.
You ain't lived.
You don't know shit about nothing. You don't even know yourself. You don't know yourself, and that's the thing. You don't even know yourself,
bro.
At that age, you know what I mean?
So I don't, I try to talk him off the cliff, man. But he was like, shit, this is it. And my daughter was the same way, man. This is what it is, and I'm like, okay.
I was actually in a band where one of my homeboys, where they was both in the band, Ricky and Eureka, and they got married, and I believe at the end of their 11th grade, their whole senior year, they was married and shit. And I think maybe 2 years after high school and shit, it was over.
They got permission when they had a baby or something?
No, yeah. I think the mom, I think they maybe was both 18. I'm thinking. Yeah. I know Ricky was 18, so it may have been her mom gave permission, but yeah, if I remember, like back in the day, Eureka, she was a real mature young chick. Like she even had a job back then, so she might have been 18.
How you go to divorce court at 20 though, bro?
Oh man, bro.
Like,
goddamn.
You know what I'm saying?
Like how are you here at this age?
How are you at 20 years old?
How did you get married in high school?
See, but that's the thing, right? So just say if they both was 18, because I've witnessed high schoolers that I know. As soon as they graduate, they go and get married, and they still together today.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I graduated 30 years ago.
I've definitely heard of it.
And, I mean, I guess it depends on the people, man, but how young and undeveloped your mind is, man, and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I wouldn't encourage it, man. But
on the flip side of it, I guess, because we know it is possible, it's I'm sure a blessing to find somebody at that age that you are that confident in, and that's that confident in you, and y'all actually make it. You know what I mean? That you found somebody that's, that care about you that much, and that's gonna be there for you, and you control all of that trust and all of that cute shit. I guess it's a blessing to be able to find somebody that matches you in your life at that age. You know what I mean? But it's so unheard
Man,
of.
it's such a needle in the haystack, bro.
Yeah,
It's like
it's like
if you
you
do
don't even
make
put,
it,
like why put forth that effort, and when you know that
yeah, man.
you know,
If you do make it, it's you're a one in a million.
it's a
but
very good
yeah,
possibility
the
that it's
slim
not
is
gonna happen.
you'll win
Yeah.
the lottery first. You'll win the Mega Millions before you know what I'm saying. And a good friend of mine, her son just got married. He's like 22. I got married young. I got married at 24, and she she was like, like her son was like, listen, ma, this is it. This is what's up. You know what I'm saying? How do you tell a nigga that's 22? How do you tell somebody that's 21 that, of course these kids think they know it all, but how do you tell them, like, nah, I forbid it? Like, you can't forbid it.
Especially at a certain age when they can go and do
Yeah,
shit on their own, then that don't do nothing but turn them into a child that's not going to tell you shit.
It's just like when they 16, 17, you be like, no, don't talk to that boy. He ain't no good. That all you just sit your death sentence. Yeah, you set yourself up for the 1-2 because they're gonna go. You're pushing them towards it. So I don't argue with nobody, man. I just let them go ahead and get their life lessons, man. They got to get their lumps. You know what I'm saying? I would hate for a kid to go to that extreme to have to learn a lesson because you ain't, man. Listen, I ain't the same person I was yesterday. Let alone at 19, 20. Now I was so on some immature.
I was about saying they take you to get to a certain maturity level. You realize certain shit about yourself and that you're honest about it to where you can go out and apply and be the right, be who you need to be in life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to develop that observation of yourself as a teenager, as a, high school student. You don't see yourself. You still in invincible mode. You can go out and do anything and like
you
nothing.
Can come go.
Yeah.
But I think like I told my son, I said, I would never encourage you to be out here, hitting everything that ain't nailed to the floor. I never encourage you. I was never that father like, yeah, go out and get you some pussy, boy, be a man. I was never that dad, man. You know what I'm saying? I was quite the opposite, you know what I'm saying? I wanted my kids to, to keep their virtue, if you will, until, whatever. But I just, I tell them like, man, listen, man, live a little, experience a little. And once he broke up with that girl, man, and he went to the one school, then he ended up transferring to another school further south. He was like, man, I see what you're talking about. I see now. You know what I'm saying? My eyes open. You know what I'm saying? Because he a young, strapping, chocolate, beautiful young man. You know what I'm saying? My daughter's a beautiful young woman. You know what I'm saying? So they got him coming at him. You know what I'm saying? And I listen, I told my daughter, I said, that's your box. I'm not gonna try to control it, but you're gonna have to control it, baby. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could be a daddy and be like, no way, not my daughter, but you can't stop that shit, bro.
And the more you try to put the force to stop it, it's like you said earlier, you're pushing them towards it.
Only thing I told my kids is don't be disrespectful. You can't do it here. You know what I'm saying? You cannot do it here. So if you gotta have it that bad, don't you got to be the slickest of the slick. Don't let me catch you. Because if I catch you, then I'm, you're disobedient. I got to lay hands. You feel me? So I don't know, man.
Got to reward you for doing bad, just like I reward you for doing good.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But I these kids and these. I mean, the shoes alone be $1,000, bro. The belt alone be $500, $700
for a belt.
I don't know what that. What's the little
little
two circles? What's them shits called? Ferragamo.
Yeah.
Them niggas is paying $1,000 for a belt. Then you gotta have it. So don't come with the knockoffs, the fakey boys.
And then the thing about it is, you ain't gonna wear it but one time.
Yeah.
You never have anywhere else to go to wear anything like this.
These niggas crazy, bro. Ain't no way in the world that we just gonna continue to do this and continue to move in that direction like that, man. And we gotta stop, man. We gotta stop as parents. Stop trying to live vicariously through the kids, or stop trying to up somebody else. Oh damn, I say such and such did this last year. I'ma show them. You know, like
and then another part of it is with these young ladies that's going to the proms and how they're allowed to dress.
yeah,
Like they're just
that's another one.
super grown and shit.
Super
You know what I'm
grown,
saying? Like,
very sexy, very seductive. You know what I'm saying?
like they're still kids. I mean, there's one thing with
I'm
being
so happy that I ain't got one of them baby mamas that was allowing my daughter to just, and my daughter just in herself, she ain't no raunchy girl, you know what I'm saying? But I get it. You want to be sexy, you know what I'm saying? You want to show a little
supposed
skin.
to be, they should be,
Yeah,
pretty and attractive
yeah, it
and
should
shit
be
like
pretty
that.
attractive.
But at
Yeah.
a certain age, you got to draw the line
Yeah.
between.
You shouldn't be have to showing your nipples. You shouldn't be showing your ass crack. You shouldn't be
showing
see-through.
all the way up the thigh and shit.
Yeah, no, man, that's
Splits
wild.
all the way up to the waist.
Yeah,
and shit.
all the way up to the crotch, all the way up to the nanny. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know, man. What message are we sending? What are we really saying?
Do what you like. Like Digital Underground used to
Yeah,
say, do what you like.
You only live once, YOLO, right?
Yep.
You only live once, man.
But then when certain things happen where these things that we are allowing turn into problems, right? Then we are stuck asking the question, what can we have done to stop this? What can we do to prevent this? We got to, not let this happen in the future and all of this. But it's almost like, you dumb to the shit going into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as being proactive in regards to any of this stuff. We just want to be reactive and then act like that we were concerned about these things happening. But you know what kind of world we live in. You know what kind of bait you putting out there with allowing your kids to go out there in this expensive ass car, right, dressed and looking like that. You know what I mean? Going to.
And that's another thing. I mean, the cars are fast. We hear about every year we hear about kids dying, car accident. Mm-hmm. He got his date in the car, and he got his homeboy and they date in the car, and they just. They just speeding through, man, and they lose control of that motherfucker, man. You gotta be, you can't be in no scat pack, whatever they call them, and all these different cars, man, and think it's a kid and they can just learn how to drive, how to stop at a stop sign, how to parallel park.
And then they gonna be drunk. They gonna get drank.
Yeah,
right?
They gonna get drink.
Probably
and
smoking.
They gonna smoke.
So, you know what I'm saying?
They gonna smoke. They gonna smoke before they drink. So they lift it, and they think they're untouchable, and they think it's all good, man. And I don't know, man. Like I don't know. It's very sad, and then they're getting stuck up, because we going to the Coney afterwards, or we going to some kind of little hot spot,
somewhere,
yeah, because that's where it's all good.
Show it off.
Oh man, I've seen so many videos. Niggas got the loaf, they got the Honduns, the fan it, they got the on the ear with it. Like, dog, you was setting yourself up for
showing location, telling everybody where we gonna be at. Everybody at the same spot.
Everybody gonna knock your head off.
Man.
It's something they got the school who ain't graduating or who was doing who you know what I'm saying. What they call him, Boo Shiesty?
Boo Shiesty, yeah. So it was a video. I forget what city it was in. Man, that was this year where a graduation. It was an outdoor graduation. Got shot up. Somebody died. One of the students, right? It was a picture of the shooter. He made a post on, I guess it was Instagram or wherever. Ski mask up in the car. Made the caption, he gonna die in that graduation suit. Outside of the school, right outside of the graduation, posted that picture and then shot it up and somebody died.
Damn. It's unfortunate, man. It's the Wild Wild West.
Man, I mean, these kids out here is the parents. I'll say it like that. It's not because I get so many people right now, especially because of the recent cases I've been covering. A lot of people come to me with they missing, teens, missing nieces and nephews or whatnot.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And I have to, and I've said this to some of them, and I was surprised, or maybe I should not be surprised with the answer. I'm like, these kids, what are these kids running away from, or who are they running to? Is the real core of the problem that we should be discussing, as opposed to every time one of them come up missing. Now you want the social media to jump up in arms and everybody to come outside and look for them. Like, what were you doing at home to cause them to leave, or allowing them to do to make them leave? And you know what I mean? Like, come on, like it's issues at the house that we need to solve.
I think I think it's a coin toss with that, because just like, I mean, we don't know the intricate details, but just like the twins that kept running away, they never said, well, my daddy was abusive, or at least I didn't hear anything. You know, like it was.
But you know, when you seen them get when they found them, right, and they said, well, what if we don't want to go back home? Who do we talk to? Right. My thing is, well, what is it? Or when they when they first initially came to him at the door and they said, why did you leave? And we don't want to talk about that. You know what I mean? So what is going on at home? Gotta be something, right?
Yeah, but I think a lot of times
it could be that he's too strict.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
that could be.
He could be on him too much.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he could maybe want too much from him, as far as like
put too much responsibility on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, stuff like that. But I don't know, man. Like I think about it like this. You raise your kids to the best of your ability up until whenever they leave home. Sometimes people leave home at 16, sometimes 18. Some people don't leave home to 20, 25, whatever. When you've done at least the bare essentials. I put a roof over your head. You wasn't hungry. You wasn't abused. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna be on your ass about dumb shit, or if you get out of line or you're disrespectful, I'm on your head. I think a lot of us, because I grew up in a family of 11. Okay, of course there's 11 different personalities. Now most of us grew up under the same roof, and some of us went this way, and some of us went that way. Now, the person the brother that went this way, we ain't had no drug affiliation or no crime going on in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You know what I'm saying? Both my parents was blue collar GM workers. So why did he think that it was okay to go out and be a street nigga? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and terrorize it. You know what I'm saying? A nuisance, a menace. You know what I'm saying? And then you got another brother that I'm about to go get a college education. I'm about to go, and not to say the one with the college education is better than, but I'm saying, like,
it's just what maybe he gravitated to. It was just something about it for whatever
about the
reason.
Streets is alluring. Trust me, I know. You know what I'm saying? It took a lot for me not to go that way. I was scared of my parents. I was scared of my daddy. You know what I'm saying? I respected my daddy, and I was scared of my mom. You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't want no smoke. You know what I'm saying? And I was the baby. You know what I'm saying? Usually it's somebody that's gonna be on bullshit. And I just didn't want no parts of what they had. You know what I'm saying? Not that they was gonna beat me to death or whatever. I just had a certain level of respect for them. But I'm thinking about a brother of mine who's now deceased because of street life shit. I'm thinking of another sister because of street life shit, deceased. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. Like, that's a good question. What makes this motherfucker just veer off over here? You know what I'm saying? Is it, I had to be home when the street lights come on.
It's like I don't know. Some kids look at rebellion and respect it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, this person is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. They're not listening to nobody, following anybody's rules, and they getting the results that they want out of life. Like, look at them. They got this and they got that. You know what I mean? So, I cannot listen to you, and I can do, you know what I'm saying? That lets me know that it's a path other than what you telling me to do. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to go in.
Yeah, I don't want to work hard every day. Mm-hmm. I want to get it this way.
But a lot of times, sadly, the consequences of that lifestyle are not highlighted like the benefits of it, like the good sides of it.
That's real shit.
They're not seeing it. And the many different consequences, right? It's not, because it's a lot of them, you know what I mean, when you live in that life, you know what I mean? There's a lot of different angles and twists and turns, and you got to keep your head on the swivel, and people, how to navigate dealing with people in that world is alone an animal, you know what I'm saying? So it's not something that a lot of kids know what they're getting into from the surface outside looking.
That is true. I think, like I often have this conversation with my peers. Like, how did you get your kids to do, to go this path? And, my son out of control or my daughter wilding out or whatever. A lot of times we take on the responsibility of young adult and adult children. I'm talking about 15. When you turn 15, you pretty much knew if you was going to be an asshole or you was going to be a model citizen. You know what I'm saying? 16 years old, you kind of got it in you. Niggas don't want to really wait to 21 to you know what I'm saying? That shit usually be around 13, 14, 15 when you like, shit, I'm about to go fuck with the street. I'm about to start fucking with the street niggas. Dog out here getting it, you know what I'm saying? He got the new shoes, he got the new clothes, or she out here, doing whatever to get what she got. And so, I feel like this. Once I know that I've done my job, I know that I've done my job. I've not been perfect, but I know that I have been a parent to you in every sense of the word. And you at 18, you decide you want to go be a stick-up kid or slide up and down the pole. It's not my fault. It's not my responsibility. And I'm not gonna take on that. A lot of us take on when our kids go to jail at 17 or 16 or 18 or whatever. And we want to, no, not my son, but that ain't on you. You know what I'm saying? Because if you did. Now, if you got them in an environment, the home structure, the home dynamic is fucked up, and you got fucked up shit going on, activities going on, then we kind of see it. You know what I'm saying? It's like on Minister Society, Kane. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker, it was almost like he was destined for the shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's not being judgmental. That's just kind of like how shit goes. When you
classic example of somebody just naturally gravitating toward the street. That just maybe like that's how they're wired. That's just where they fit. Sadly,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because just like we know, college ain't for everybody, marriage ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Jobs ain't for everybody.
Ain't for everybody.
And that's not to say that you have to get something, get into something illegal. You know what I'm saying? Most dope dealers that we know have a very entrepreneurial type of a mindset and work ethic. You know what I'm saying? It's just the industry that they in that makes it the lifestyle makes it what it is for them. So it's
I think I don't know, man. I just think I don't think dope dealing is bad until people start dying.
I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day,
I agree with you.
The shit is a
black market pharmaceutical industry. I guess
it's a black market, and so until we start dying, we start overdosing, and then gunplay come in the picture. If a nigga can sell drugs and like they sell cigarettes, now that's a gradual death. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, like you fucking killing yourself at some point. But like if we could do that and not niggas just falling out, dying, shaking, foaming at the mouth, you know what I'm saying? The fentanyl and the crack and all that shit, the heroin.
The cigarette smoke gradually killing you is no different than the food that we eating gradually killing you.
That's real
you.
too.
See what I'm saying? So where do you draw the line at as far as someone having a vice and what they're allowed to do to themselves?
And the only reason why the shit is illegal.
Because they can't regulate the money that's making off of it. They can't regulate
the money. Mm-hmm. If they could regulate the money,
that's the reason why cannabis is legal now.
Yeah, because they found a way to regulate that shit. You know what I'm saying? And for the longest, like cannabis, I ain't never heard nobody ODing on no weed. Never.
Nope.
Not never. Nope. Have I heard anybody?
You've heard of somebody probably dying as a result of liquor poisoning to a certain extent before you've heard them die from some type of
I ain't never heard nobody being hospitalized. Now I done heard of a nigga getting so high where you know what I'm saying he might have got so high where he ain't he
paranoid, his heart beating fast, and he couldn't handle the high type shit.
The high, but I ain't never heard nobody
being physically harmed.
Yeah, man. Like
besides us knowing that smoking harms your lungs, and you know what I mean. Anyway, but as far as ingesting cannabis other ways, like eating it, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of people do nowadays. Like, what is the problem?
Nothing. Nothing. So I just think, you know, that route, and if that was, you know, but then if it wasn't illegal, then and we're veering off so far away. But if it wasn't illegal, then it would be flooded to the point where
it's so saturated. There's no value.
So, like shit, man.
It'd be like what a lot of people feel like the cannabis industry is getting to now, where the quality is being, you know, watered down.
It's stepped on.
Yeah,
the shit is stepped on. So a nigga come tell you, I got this strand and this strand is motherfucking kryptonite. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like, whatever. I can go around the corner and get it. You can't sell that to me for that no more. Okay. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do it, man. I don't know, man. Like, it's such a draining thing, man. Especially, you know, just circling back around to these kids, this prom shit, all this shit, man. It's just crazy. But that's our time, man. That's our time. This is the 6 p.m. podcast at 6 p.m. I am your host, Gilmore Slim. We were missing Mocha J and DL, but we'll be back next week. Same time, same bad channel. We appreciate it. And we'll talk to y'all later.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.